Welcome back. We've got Shannon Becker. It's this guy, by the way, in the studio with his big three news stories of the week. Good morning to you, Shannon. Been a busy week across the area between severe weather, flooding, and a number of other things going on top of that.
This and that and this and that. Here we go.
They're everywhere.
Big three stories, live and local, what's happening where you live. Kayakers on Center Creek. It's not really recommended when the water is running so heavy to be out on the water. It wasn't against the law or anything, but two kayakers actually called to the Carl Junction Fire Department and said, "Hey, we're stranded out here on Center Creek." They had their phone with them.
Well, that's good. That's good though. Unless they had a way to call for help.
So one was on the bank, had their kayak. The other one had lost the kayak, was hanging onto a tree for quite a while. They were rescued. Everybody's all safe. Of course, the water is going down currently. Number two story, KOM News Now. You know, it's turkey season. I-49 over the weekend, and our number two story, turkey through a windshield of a tractor trailer. I don't know if you've heard of this before. I've
not heard of that before, but until now, anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Are you talking about 30, 35 pounds flying through your windshield? The turkey did not survive. Sorry about that. Driver did suffer some moderate injuries and was transported to an area hospital. So it's turkey season through May 11th. This is actually the third turkey versus vehicle, if you want to call it, collision, actually in the last couple of weeks. So
see, that's just and of course, some way somehow managed to go through the driver's side of the
cab.
All
places.
Couldn't go anywhere else. That happened to be the
place.
place. But thankfully, the truck driver, even though he had injuries, was able to stop the truck safely and get some help.
Our number one story, of course, it was storms. We were live as that tornado warning siren went off on Sunday afternoon, and then followed that storm. Stopped, of course, in Carl Junction, and we were first there live on the scene, showing you all that damage. It was our biggest story of the week, of course. A lot of people still even look at that trampoline wrapped around that tree there. Of course, the trampoline, not necessarily that big, but it was an EF1 storm. Carl Junction Fire Department, they said everybody's back to normal now. Of course, power is back on, but a lot of trees still need to be picked up and a lot of debris. And then on my way home, the cool thing that I thought was this. You know how all the kids love to play in the water and stuff like this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I was just driving down the road. Oh, they cut it off. Well, there were some kids playing in the ditch.
Well, hey, you got to have a little bit of fun, with everything else going on. You got to take a break.
So the other day, our bonus story of the week, the Pensacola Dam, they are releasing 52,000 cubic feet of water per second. So we got to go with Fly Home Aviation and see above the dam. It was really cool. That Pensacola Dam water release, it's still really hard, really heavy right now. So a lot of people are out there kind of enjoying looking at that. It's pretty magnificent if you've never seen that much water coming out of the dam.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been around for a dam release down there. But really, I can't begin to imagine the sounds and what it looks like.
It's really, really, really cool. So you have to check that out if you can. It's right now still at 50,000 cubic feet per second. So they'll probably keep that up, I'm going to guess, for the next day or so, because we are expecting some more rain.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are expecting. We've needed this rain, but as we know, we're getting a little too much in too short of a time, and that's been the problem. That's what's led to this flooding. So, of course, Shannon, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yes,
it's always a pleasure to have you here. And we, of course, will be back with more of the KOM Morning News right after this.